Frederick Douglass said that power concedes nothing without demand. What does that mean? Well, see, I feel that in a free society, there's always this tension because government is power. Power can be used for good or bad, but power, by its nature, generally drifts towards negative forms of expression, shall we say, because it is so easy for it to corrupt those who hold it. So, to have a healthy society, you have to always maintain a tension between the power of the people and that of the government, because it's a mutual relationship. The government in a healthy society exists to protect and serve the people. In an unhealthy society, it exists to oppress the people and extract from them. The people in a healthy society exist to curb and check the power of the government and its abuses. In an unhealthy society, such as a fascist or authoritarian society, the people exist in order to support and lend their power to the government. So it's an inversion of the way that a society should be. Fascism and authoritarian societies view the people, the society that they govern, as inherently being enemies in a way, and then also as sources of resources and labor and so forth. And they exist in an unhealthy society. The government exists in order to control the people and force them to use their labor and resources in order to support the government. Now, in a healthy society, the government exists in order to protect the people, to serve its needs, and to care for them, especially the vulnerable segments of a society. And in that society, the people, that society exists, their primary relationship to the government is as a check and balance outside of those that exist within our government. So the people are the check on a government gone wild, on a government that has run into an authoritarian state. So let me be very clear about this. When you have a country that is governed by authoritarian leaders, yes, that is an evil, and that is the responsibility of those leaders. They are responsible for their actions. But the people, in large or in part, bear also a responsibility because they allowed that situation to develop. Like this situation with our current regime seems to so many people like it just came out of nowhere, but it didn't. The foundations for this have been being laid for the last 10, 15, 20, even 30 years. I mean, go back to Reagan. Seriously. Go back to George Bush Jr. and look at the strippings of freedom and the damage done to the middle class and the working classes. We've been moving towards this steadily. It's just never taken this open and aggressive of a form. But this is in part a failure of the American people. And I'm not just talking about the American people who voted for this. Okay, they are a whole nother video. This one is more about the American people who checked out, or who thought that as long as they voted right every 4 years, and I have been guilty of this myself, but they thought that as long as they voted right every 4 years, they had done their civic duty. And I now see that that is not the case. A despotic government is in large part the result of a people who have abandoned their duty, who have abandoned their side of the social contract with the government, which is to act as a check on its authority. And that's what we need to get back. We need to regain our sense of agency and our sense of civic duty, and our sense that our actions do not just concern ourselves, but affect everyone in our community. And we need to start thinking in a community-based manner. Because by acting in our own self-interests, we have actually acted against them.